Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Rohit Kumar. My key takeaway from this week is, with the House out of session but the Senate struggling to get to its August recess, the tension between the upper chamber and the White House continues. The president is placing a host of demands on Senate Republicans, not all of which they are interested or even have the votes to proceed with. But things that are definitely on their to-do list include Russia sanctions, maybe a vote on the Clarity Act, trying to get the Attorney General confirmed, a host of other nominees that they would like to get confirmed as a package. And then the real question in my mind is, are they going to make any progress on the budget reconciliation measure, Reconciliation 3.0? Are they going to punt that to either September or even the lame duck? Actually, the question I got asked most was specifically on reconciliation, and is the Senate going to do anything before the election? And if they do, is it going to be expanded to include matters within the jurisdiction of the tax committees, the Finance Committee and the Ways and Means Committee? Currently, as passed by the House, it does not, but there has been a lot of conversation over the last couple of weeks about expanding this measure, both to include more funding, but also to include more committees, whether that's increasing the debt limit, that would be the Finance and Ways and Means Committee, or whether that's waste, fraud, and abuse, which would also implicate the Tax Committee's jurisdiction. So this is one that we definitely need to pay attention to, because if they do wander into the Finance and Ways and Means jurisdiction, there's no telling where it ends up. I think in the coming week, I would focus on two things. One is, what kind of signals are we getting out of the Senate in terms of reconciliation? Do they seem likely to expand the jurisdiction? And if so, is that a September exercise or is that a lame duck exercise? I'm skeptical it happens before the lame duck, but if the elections turn really south for House and Senate Republicans and they lose both chambers, I think there will be a lot of pressure to do something on reconciliation as one final legislative act before the new Congress gets seated in January of 2027. So that is definitely something to pay attention to. And finally, an editorial note. We've brought you Week in Review each week for a number of years now. Beginning this fall, you will see exciting changes to our programming, so definitely stay tuned for that. We appreciate you spending this time with us. Take care and have a good weekend.